Coming at you live from a shady Manhattan studio, it's Disgraceful, featuring your gracious ginger host.
Hey, watch yourself. Only I can say that.
Okay, boss, whatever you say. You pay my bills. Give it up for Grace O'Malley.
Hey guys, welcome back to Disgraceful Podcast Talk Show. We're not sure. I am very, very excited. I am so glad I've got you in the studio. Hot seat. Here we are today with Eilise Patton. Give it up, everybody.
I'm thrilled to be here.
Oh my God, I'm so jazzed.
This is so fun.
This is great. I play like a nervous talk show host, and so
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out how to switch between the cards and just hanging with a pal.
I love this. I love this. The cards are probably such a helpful tool too, like working your way through. I love it.
Especially because I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Always being a woman in the world, that's what we deal with. So
And this drink you have.
So here I have, thank you for bringing this up. Here I have an unwell hydration drink, which I just found out has caffeine, which I don't know I needed more of, but here we are.
Here we are. I saw you walk in with the Celsius, so you're probably all fired up.
I did. And this is like lately, I only do one a day, which I've heard is like still bad, which I'm like, it's one.
One a day is also a pill. I remember like an infomercial.
A vitamin.
One a day.
A vitamin.
Yes, a vitamin.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know I landed in LA and went right to Air One and was like, I need vitamins. I've never been a vitamin girl in my life.
Fun fact, I've never been to Air One.
Oh, good
since
for
being
you.
Here.
That's really important.
I haven't even tried to like actively avoid, but it's like I've never needed to like get a more expensive version of something from the store. But now I'm kind of like, now it's kind of been a thing that I haven't gone. I'm like,
I think you need to hold out and hold true to yourself.
I've heard it's really pretty though. Like I've heard it's all very well displayed.
It makes me want. Well, that's the other thing I did when I landed here. I went to Air One. I got my vitamins for $60.
I love that you're like, I'm in LA. I need to start taking vitamins.
And then I had my first salad in, not even kidding, maybe 2 years.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. I have like been trying to have more salads, and it's just like you have one and then you're starving 30 seconds later.
Yeah, no, I hate salads.
I'm over it.
I don't know. There's something about the air here that
It makes you want one.
makes me want one. So you went to school around here.
I did.
You did. Where'd you go?
I went to Loyola Marymount.
Oh, that's a dream.
That's
really cool.
It was like Zoe 101 vibes. And I'm from Virginia, so it was just not like a completely different thing. And my graduating class in high school was 27 people, and then I went there and it was like a whole different, and people were like, was that a big transition? But I'm like, it's such a different world out here that you're like, I don't know. I mean, it's weird. Even New York to Boston, I feel like it's
I mean, that's a jump. I meant to do my plan was what all the best did was you leave where you're from, then you go to Chicago.
Yes.
And then you do New York.
So I was rejected from my dream school in Chicago. Thanks for bringing that up.
Have you taken acting classes?
I have.
You have? Because I just did my first session with an acting coach.
Okay, wait. I love this. How
Yeah.
is it going? And how did you like find this person?
Yeah, I found
it's
her.
hit or miss.
And she's really, really cool. She'll I think it's like the coolest thing that she does is she'll accept any kind of payment, but she gives like a rate, but like it's whatever you can afford.
What?
So for like struggling actors, that's amazing.
Oh, so she'll be like, just pay what you
Like
can.
here's the fee, but like pay whatever you can.
I thought you were saying like she'll accept like whatever you can
like
do
favors?
for her. I was like,
Yeah,
Grace,
so
we might need. You're like, she's amazing. You can
So
like.
I had to give her
I
a foot
just gave her a
massage,
handy
but
and we called it a day. Wait, okay, that's nice.
yeah, but I did it
really
like via
great.
Zoom.
Okay.
And it was, I don't know, it was interesting. I
Yeah.
was embarrassed even through a screen.
Yeah. I think that's like the main point. Like same with like film school, all this stuff. It's like, is it necessary? Like I think acting for coaches for like an actual audition can be very helpful. But sometimes like I think acting school and classes and all that, like it almost like is just important to be able to embarrass yourself. Like getting over
Yeah.
that hump. Same with like improv and all. It's like, do you need to go to school for that? Probably not.
Yeah.
But it's good to like feel like you can be embarrassed and stuff, you know?
I think there's this thing. I love improv, and I think it gets like a bad rep, but I do think it's not very fair that it's kind of like Scientology in a sense where you have to pay to be there even though you were going to be there anyways.
Correct. Correct. And it doesn't make you all pay the same even if you're like the world's worst improviser.
It's so wild.
It's like at least at some of those schools, like I study the Groundlings and they do like you're in the program and then you have to like, but it's not like improv is only the first couple levels and then you move on to like writing and sketch.
Oh, no way. Okay.
So you kind of like don't, like I'm in Sunday company now, so we have a sketch show every Sunday night and we don't do like I haven't done improv in so long, but tonight I have an improv show and I'm like, it's weird to not flex that muscle in the sketch world so much. And you're like, oh God, like you need to be like practicing improv a lot to be good at
Like
it.
you said yes or and in a very long time.
Yeah, just trying to add on to what we got on here, girl. Yeah,
I
it's
watched
scary.
Amy Poehler has a masterclass on improv
Okay,
and how
I
you
was
can use
wondering
it in
how
your
this
daily
was.
life.
Oh, was it good? Did
Yeah,
you
I
do
thought it was
it?
great. I thought it was amazing. I just
her.
sat through, watched the whole thing. She's excellent.
I really love her. I like it's so hard to tell the story without being like, yeah, this happened.
Now
this
flex on
happened-
me.
this
Flex
hap-
on me
this
real quick.
happened to
Come
me,
on,
this happened
flex
to
on me, girl.
No, but this is like, it's been like one of my biggest lessons. I feel like I'm not like actually getting deep. Okay, crying. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, usually this is silly goofy. We got right into it, honey.
No, but like, okay, one of the reasons I always say I love her, and I think she is like the ultimate of like women in comedy. And I only tell the story. I was at this like random event that I went to as like a +1 of someone. I was not at all involved in this movie, and it ended up being like a super small cast thing. I'm like, I'm shitting myself that she's there, and I'm just like thinking about like, oh God, like I'm drinking heavily to be like, okay, maybe on my way out. I never want to be that person, but like I think the perfect way to talk to someone you really love is like, love your work like in passing.
Thank you
You
and
don't need to
goodbye.
like make it
Yeah.
a whole thing. And still annoying for them, but like important for me.
But you have to
You
at
gotta do
least
it.
get it done.
You got it. And then they get to leave that being like, oh, that felt good, but I didn't need to have like a whole combo with that person.
100%.
But so I walked by, I did that on my way out. I was like, I just have to say, like, I'm like, what? Immediately, like, had known who I was through videos or something. I don't know. And
She's very online.
she's very online.
I didn't know this.
Was completely shocked, and I was like, immediately like, no. Like as I was trying to say my compliment, and she said anything of, I blacked out of like, wait, I've seen whatever.
That's so wild.
I start
by the
blacking
way.
out, and she was so nice and was like, I wait, I've seen your videos, I love them, whatever. But what I thought was like so insane is like, there is no reason why she needed to like pretend to know me at all.
Oh, no,
like
no.
I was just like walking by being like, oh, whatever. And she could have been like, great. The way that she actively was like, wait, I need to tell you this. I love this is like, I think why she is ahead. Like she is so supportive of like, and always like talks about how she's on TikTok and loves people. And I was like, that is the way, like that just ultimate like kind of girls girl being like, she just could have been like, have a nice night. And I thought that was so nice.
That is so sweet, and that's so sick for you.
Well,
That's
I mean, honestly, I was like, hell yeah. But I was more like, she definitely didn't need to do that. And I've thought about it. I'm like, that's how it like makes me want to be even more like that, being like, no, like not being like having ego or
no,
whatever,
the
you
ego
know?
thing is ridiculous, and
It's
it doesn't get you far. It makes people talk about you in a negative way, and I just think it's really cool when like women in comedy support other women.
Yeah.
You know?
And like actually, and don't just like talk about it, but like actually do it. It makes me crazy when I don't.
Mm-hmm. I've heard some stories.
Yeah, let's do it, honey.
This is actually a great transition into a segment I like to call Shout Out.
Let's do it.
So this is where you look right into the camera. You just give shout outs to just about anybody you'd like, and don't miss any. They'll be upset.
Okay. Shout out to you, Amy Poehler. Thanks for giving me that. It meant a lot more than you know. It's going through a pretty hard time. I start crying. Shout out to my mom, holding it down in VA.
That's Virginia.
Shout out to the people who stand as soon as the plane lands that I just encountered on a flight and now have flooding my DMs because I made a comment about it, how you shouldn't stand as soon as the plane lands. And everyone is mad at me.
Why?
Because they're all like, yes, sorry, I'm tall and I need to, hey, how about the whole flight you're allowed to stand up when the seatbelt thing is on? So you've literally had time this entire flight to stand up. And now they're like, sorry that I've been holding it in the whole flight and now no, that's not the way airplanes work. You can actually get up and you can stand at any point when the seatbelt thing is on. So it's not like you've been sitting, you haven't been strapped to your seat the whole time. Chill out and wait till it's your turn to get off the plane.
These
Thank you.
motherfuckers.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah, no, I'm with you right there.
Thank
These
you.
guys, they're so mad that they can't stand up during the flight. How about being a nervous wreck girl?
Yeah, literally.
And you have to go pee-pees.
Yeah.
But you're too afraid to ask the two people next to you.
Correct. Try being a woman in any situation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, that's really all it is.
dude,
Oh, dude, you got
those
me
are my
going.
shout outs.
This next segment, here's the thing. I'm looking for a new co-host.
Okay.
So everyone I have on, I audition them. I ask them a couple questions. You are in an audition right now. I don't know if you know.
I didn't know that.
Well, you couldn't tell by the beaming lights.
No, I'm scared and it's warm. I do a tap dance.
And the audience that won't speak.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and I'm going to see if you'd be a good fit.
Great.
All
I'm
right.
excited.
You currently work at Almost Friday. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
That's an amazing company with a great crew that I think can do no wrong in my eyes, truly, all of you. If I told you that you had to put your 2 weeks in to be my co-host, how would you go about telling them that you are out of there?
I'm really bad at like any sort of confrontation or any sort of letter explaining something that's wrong with me. And notoriously, like if I have to call in sick and I'm not sick, it's like I describe in detail of how much I'm sick.
Like too much.
To the point where, my sister's like, you cannot send that. I'm like, I've been on and off the toilet and she's like, just say, it's fine to say you're sick.
They think it's cancer.
Yeah. I would, so it would probably be a lengthy letter where I'm like, I just really think that this could be like really good for like my career. And like, I really think that this is, and like, you guys have been my cherished family. You guys are literally like, you mean more to me than my family. I would go in depth with a letter like that. And
it would be a letter handwritten.
It would be a letter.
Or text.
I think, definitely like a letter via email.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess not a letter. Is that a letter? No, like it would be a lengthy email that would be too much. And they would, this is also the problem of working with men, even though I love all of them dearly, is like, they would be like, okay, great, have a good life. Like there's no.
It would crush you too.
They'd be so nice, but I think I need 5,000 words and they don't. So.
They just simply need one.
Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I care too much.
Sorry, is that
my bad?
Sorry, I feel so passionately.
My bad.
That's so bad.
God.
I also had the suggestion that you could do a sketch.
For you?
Like you could do a sketch and just say,
I was like, in this audition, I'm scared. I also was thinking, do a sketch for me.
I was also thinking, drop down and give me 30.
Yeah, I was like, I'm actually scared. Give me a joke.
No, it's like you could just do a sketch of how you could write the letter. I don't know.
Yeah, we could work on that maybe together. We would have to film it and send it to them, and they're like, you didn't need to do all this.
Yeah, they just said you could have just sent a text. This is worse than a letter.
We already hired someone to take your place. We were firing you next week.
We were looking to get the lady out.
It's 3 p.m. on a Thursday. You were at her podcast. You're already fired.
Okay, next question. Of your characters on Almost Friday TV, Claire, Elise, Sally, and Sarah, who do you feel I could benefit in having to help me interview a boring guest that doesn't have free-flowing conversation?
Wait, Claire, Elise, Sally, and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these women?
These are the names you use within the sketches.
This is like...
I've been watching you, honey.
The most textbook women names. Okay, wait, to say before, we always go back and forth on whether we should use our real names for
I
the
always
sketches
wonder
or
that.
not. And sometimes like you'll see that we do and sometimes we don't. That's simply because we forgot to change it in the script. So it'll be like Elise and it'll be like, change your name to Sarah. So these names even Sarah, Claire, Sally.
Yeah, Sarah and Sally go, they're like ambidextrous names.
Okay, wait. So Sarah, I don't know who that is. Sally, I'm pretty sure was from the sketch that we did called Secret Shopper. That was like, I'm a woman that works at a smoothie shop and I've heard that there's a secret shopper in town and I'm someone who like hates liars and I can't imagine that someone would like do that for a living and like lie straight to my face. And
I honestly, have you ever worked when there was a secret shopper?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it literally came from my parents own a honey baked ham in Virginia.
We'll get into that.
And that was the thing is like, it was a huge deal. Like around Christmas, my mom was like, the secret shopper's around and you had to be like very on. And I was a little bit like looking around at who it was. These are Virginia folk. And like, I'll tell you what, they were good actors because I never knew.
Oh, you never knew.
No. So maybe Sally, because she was just like kind of psycho in that and like would definitely like spice it up or at least like give you some viral moments. Maybe.
Okay, perfect.
Isn't it all we really want?
Yeah, well, all we're really doing here is clip farming. Clip this.
Guys, please. Please.
Next question. In order to become a member of Sunday Company, you had to complete the core track improv training.
Wow, yes, you have all the info.
I sure do.
On these cards.
As well as the lab track sketch training.
Yes.
Yeah, don't you think I'll ever forget that?
This
don't
is
you
insane.
Dare. And so in order to be my co-host, would you be willing to complete late night track?
Yeah, what is that?
It's a course on becoming a late night host.
I would love to do that.
Perfect. No follow-up.
Yeah, let's fucking begin. Let's do it. Oh God.
No. So actually,
just late night classes, probably.
What do you think the course would consist of?
We just kind of hang out and get to know each other and see if we would be like a good pair and write stuff together. Maybe.
Yeah, I think you got the right idea.
That would be really fun.
And I think maybe they could have like legends like Conan and.
I think with the description of this, I think they definitely want to come.
I think the legends of Conan and Kim. I think they will all.
They're already. Wait, they're literally buzzing my phone.
Past.
Wait, they're
Carson
buzzed.
Die. He's probably croaked,
Hey,
right?
hey guys, did Carson die?
I hope
They're
not.
already
I'm still
calling
hoping to
me.
get
They're
my
so
Carson.
interested in this. They're really interested.
You're hired. This next segment is called the green room. This is where we get to know you a little bit. You know,
Ooh,
a
okay.
little dig into the personal life.
Great.
And I recently learned that your middle name is Patton.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you lying?
My real true last name, which now has changed because I got married.
You did the marrying thing.
Yeah, I did that.
Congratulations.
Is just thank you.
Sorry, I hesitated.
No, that's fine. They're both like they're kind of like hard to say.
Okay.
And so I was like, not even
Both
really
of
hard to
them
say. Honestly, now my new last name too.
You won't be saying this?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, you
Let's
keep
keep
that
it-
alias.
Gotta keep it separate. But no, like it honestly wasn't a big thing, but I was like, this is easier. And then it was around the time too that I was like got engaged. And I was like, this could actually be good because I'm gonna change my real last name, but then this would be nice because then this can just be, what it is.
Yeah, because before I found this out,
Yes.
I was gonna ask you if you were gonna change your
Yes,
last name
which I
to-
did.
Yeah.
But it's just like, so then it just stays the same. And then it's kind of nice because then you have like your legal last name, but then it's just easier.
That's
So
good. That's smart.
That's what we did. And
And that's
used-
showbiz, baby.
And that's showbiz, and that's called having a stage name. No, I also, my middle name I used to hate, and then I ended up liking it. So then I was like, okay, and it's easy to say. So there you go.
Yes, perfect. There it is. There it is. I thought
There
about
it
changing
is.
my name.
Really?
I was gonna go Grace
Grace
Kelly,
O'Malley's so
but they've
good,
already had
though.
that. Thank you.
Sure.
They've already had a Grace Kelly. I want to do Grace Winter.
Ooh, that's fun.
I like that. Grace Daly is my mom's maiden name.
That's an incredible name.
I thought that was
I mean, Grace O'Malley, but now you're so established, you
Yeah.
know, and you're doing so well, and also this like, Graceful would still work, but I don't know. There's still time.
it is what it is, you know.
But
maybe I'll marry into the Kennedys or
Hey,
something.
if they have a better name, then that'd be perfect.
I'll take Grace Kennedy, but there is a Grace Kennedy out there. You have a BA in theater arts and screenwriting from Loyola,
Okay,
Marymount University. Was sketch comedy and improv always the goal for your writing?
No.
No.
No, I mean, always TV and film. Like, I think even right now with the YouTube at Friday, like we try to make it as close to what we would want to be doing, what we would, want to be producing on TV and in film.
You're
And
building
it's
a
just,
portfolio.
hey, we're building that. So I think, yeah, like that is more, that's where it's really fun for us there. And I love the live stuff though. I mean, Groundlings, like I started right when I first came out here, and
okay.
that has always been, so like the live portion of it is I will always want to be doing, but I think TV film is the goal, and then like the comedy of it just kind of like came in college, and I don't know. So then, but I feel like I do a little bit of everything, but at Friday it's nice to be able to have the YouTube to kind of satisfy that when you're just like auditioning and being
Yeah,
like,
100%.
hey, yeah.
And so when you moved here, did somebody ask you to join Grounding, or were you jumping right in? And did I say that right?
Yeah. You said it
Grounding.
perfect.
Yeah, okay.
You said it the
And
way
is
you
there
said
a
it
man
was
behind you?
incredible. With this unwell energy, I'm not sure who's mine. I'm freaking out. They're like, we don't want that advertisement.
No, in a fun way.
There's drugs.
You just met Alex Cooper. How was that?
Oh my God, I did. Grace, this is Alex. I'm like, yeah, honey. Oh my gosh, glowing skin. Like, how?
Yeah, I know. She's a busy bee, that one.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Shorter than I thought, but they always are,
They always are.
especially men.
I'll tell you, the fellas actually that you're working with,
Taller than you would think.
taller than I thought.
The only men in this business who are tall.
Yeah, they really pleasantly surprised me.
It's really like a short business for me. I think it's because like if you're a guy, this is just, I've thought of this, but like I think if you are not good at sports, then you kind of gravitate towards theater. And I think that then that's why a lot of actor men are maybe short. Maybe they're not good at sports and they gravitated more towards theater.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then but maybe not.
I thought my rationalizing of it all is that since you're short, you have to have a good personality.
True. That's true.
But I think we're too hard on short guys.
No, 100%.
I really do. There's nothing they can do about it. It's like having a small peepee.
Yeah, it would be really debilitating if you're a short guy and everyone's just like, you're short and we hate you. I mean, things have been harder, I'll tell you that.
I'll tell you that.
But I do think, and it's kind of chic now, like hot women with short men. But the short guys are like sometimes terrible. But like, I don't think it matters.
They actually do have like that little bit of a complex. Not a little bit, a lot of it. They have,
it depends how short, I
complex.
guess.
Yeah,
if you're like Oppenheim level.
Especially if they're balding too.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So double whammy with the Oppenheim
whammy.
brothers. But they got that Chriselle Staus with, so, they're doing fine.
Chriselle Staus?
Chriselle dated one of them supposedly on the show.
What? I missed something.
Chriselle Staus from Selling Sunset.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Was actively in a relationship with one of the Oppenheim thumbs.
Wow.
But like, it's actually giving Spy Kids. Like, it's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Floop is a bad man. Help us. Save us.
Yeah. So, anyways, no, I was active. Now they're friends.
I have no idea who these people are.
Are you serious?
No. I'm being so serious. I'm so sorry. I know Selling Sunset. Couldn't pick them up in a lineup.
I think she might be like the most famous one from that, but anyways.
People love and adore that show. What is your favorite reality show?
I mean, I was liking Selling Sunset, but then it got, I don't know, kind of lame.
They sold too many houses.
They were like, I was like, I don't want to see them like doing the business at all. No, I think also the outfits it was so insane. And they would just sit for like a cup of matcha and be like, I don't like her, me either. And then it'd be on to the next scene. I was like, what am I watching? Oh, I will say I started Real Housewives. I've never seen any of them. Mm-hmm. And so I asked people online, I was like, what should I start with? A lot of people said Beverly Hills. So now I'm like season 8 into like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And I'm really enjoying that.
It's so good.
Have you seen them all?
I kind of watched with my mom like a little bit when I was younger, but now I'm like officially tuned in and I kind of started right where it's at.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
good.
A little bit.
It's really funny to like, since I started so far back and now seeing like, because I saw like Lisa Vanderpump like opening her restaurant and stuff. Like I was watching so far back where they hit each other and stuff.
Little did they know.
I know.
An empire.
I know. Like people, and she looks the same.
Oh
it's
my gosh,
really
she doesn't
crazy.
age. That's money, baby.
I was like, how? Get me her person. But yeah, that's been fun. Like, because they would show anything on TV back then.
Yeah, that's when it was good. That was when it was really good. I miss hitting. I miss fighting. I miss.
You really should go back to some of the earlier ones, at least at Beverly Hills, because it's stuff I can't believe they're grown women and they're like when they crawl across the tables. And I'm like, this is what I want to watch.
They're flipping tables in Jersey.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay, so I need to watch Jersey Shore. I haven't seen that. Or wait, Real Housewives of Jersey is what you're talking about.
Yes, but I if I had to make you choose, I'd say go New York.
Okay, next.
The early days of Real Housewives of New York City. Classic.
Okay, that's what I'm.
They're so classic. I don't really fuck with them now. They're all they're not even real friends.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, I'm a little confused by that part of it. Like, I do think the first season of Beverly Hills, they were like actually friends, and then they start throwing in people. But like, I don't know, whatever.
Would you ever do reality television?
Never.
No.
Never. No, it's like I think it's the actor in me. Thank you. Thank you, Unwell. I think I try to like, even with some of the stuff at Friday too, I try to like separate a little bit and I like more narrative stuff, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I'm pushing you on this. I would never do reality. I would never.
And I enjoy it too much. It's like, it is the thing that like I can really, like I love to watch. So I wouldn't. I'm trying to get into Love Island, but there's so many episodes.
That's a lot for me. I'm going to try this summer just because I hate being out of the loop with something.
Same. Are you like very chronically online and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, are you as well?
Yes.
Okay, so I actually do have a game for us.
Okay.
No, this is a great segue. I'm trying to find a good way to like segue things in.
I love this.
Am I doing a good job?
You're doing amazing.
Thank you so much. So I actually wrote here, I feel like you have to be chronically online.
Yep, here we are.
To do sketches because you want to get something, if it's like topical, you want to get it out before the next person.
Yes.
And so I thought of a game of testing your meme memory.
Ooh, okay.
We'll go down memory lane.
Memory lane.
I knew I was going to fuck that up.
That was perfect.
That's so stupid. So for this game, I'm going to show you a picture of Internet's past, from the Internet's past. I wrote that weird. And I'm going to have you try to explain either who they were or what it was that got the internet buzzing.
Great.
And we'll start easy.
Where do we see this? On here?
I'm going to the old-fashioned way.
Oh, with a little portfolio here.
Here we go. Yeah. Number 1.
Charlie bit my finger.
Nice and easy. Good job.
Good job. Hey, good job.
Hey, you're doing great, kid. All right, how about this?
I don't get any of the rest of them right.
Like,
wait, I know this. Easy. I know this, but I don't. What is this?
Salad fingers.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. When was that? That was like
early.
My middle school era.
I don't
feel like.
even remember. Like, I never got it.
Yeah. but I know the visual. But
I had it playing one time, and my aunt was babysitting us, and she goes, "That is raunchy and bad. You need to shut it off."
yeah, well, that was my family with everything.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't watch
Were you a no SpongeBob
Rugrats?
house?
Because
Really?
my mom didn't like that Angelica was a brat,
Oh, she was a little bitchy.
and I think my mom thought I would like become like that.
Could you
Guess what? I
have
was going
brat
to become
dolls?
like that anyway. Of course not.
Yeah, no, me
Yeah.
either. They were sluts.
The lips, honey.
Yeah.
What do you think those are for?
Like DSL.
Yeah, it was like, and they were gorgeous though.
They
I'm
were
like, who
so
made
hot.
those two? It was definitely
Dude,
a man.
I was turned on by
It
those
was
guys.
definitely a man. They're like, Grace can't have these because she's turned on by the
She's
dolls.
like, I'm not even gay.
I'm like, okay,
all right,
what's
next one. This one's kind of a duper, I feel like.
okay. Who is this? Is this? She looks like Haley Steinfeld, but it's not. But she also looks like Jersey Shore, like Snooki vibes. Is it neither of those?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it is yes to no.
Yes to being no to
Wrong.
everything I said. What is that?
This is Giovanna Plowman.
No idea. But also the name is incredible.
She was the tampon girl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you remember her?
I remember this, but I don't know this photo.
She put a tampon in her mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her. Guys, why don't I know any of these? Who is this boy? Who is this sweet boy?
So in the
He's like
video, you will see that I'm actually a woman, and she's legally blind.
This is a woman.
Yes.
Okay.
And so she says, I'm legally blind. They're trying to get me for a getaway car charge, but clearly I cannot drive. I'm legally blind. And then she starts walking into a car.
Wait, I'm obsessed with
so
her.
classic. And they go, sir, can we get a comment? They go, I am a woman.
Stop.
We can watch it right here.
Are you from Houston?
Man, I'm from Port Arthur, Texas, and I'm a female. I did not drive no getaway car. I'm legally blind.
You can see though, right?
I'm legally blind. I can see barely.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. We're trying to do a video on like some of these body cam, like arrest footage.
Oh, that's good.
And it's so insane. When you get on a rabbit hole of really like, we found this one girl who just is like saying she's like she starts singing, "Do you believe in magic?" She's out of her mind.
Wait.
And like, it's incredible.
I kind of get her a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I did like a little bit of like a game show YouTube video one time.
Okay.
And I got caught lying. And they asked me a question and I couldn't come up with a lie. So I just started going, when you wish upon a star.
Yeah.
They're like, you're breaking. We're
You're
going to
like,
vote you out because we're
stop.
worried about you.
go, oh no, Grace, you're singing. Grace, do you know you're singing?
I'm like,
Am I singing? Am I on camera?
I can tell no lie.
Yeah, people are truly out of their minds. Like, they're not human. It's really
Yeah,
scary.
it is.
Okay, so thanks for educating me on
No,
that.
yeah, of course. These
Didn't know I was going to school today.
yeah, sorry. This one?
Never. No, don't know what that is.
That is classic. This is a guy. This is a guy who he was on acid.
Okay.
And he locked himself in a closet and started recording his voice.
Okay.
And through audio, you know how that goes, science.
Can you break that down for me?
There was no video. There's no footage of this. And so it's called Drinking Out of Cups because he's just, we can play it right here.
Who bought that goddamn chair here? It's not my chair. Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I say.
Who made this?
A guy on acid. And so then someone created the visual for this. Yeah.
Thank God. And thank God they did.
It was in the early days of the internet.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I didn't know we were doing history, but
I didn't know that I was so bad at this too.
This one.
Oh no, who is this
Yes.
kid?
Okay. Here we go.
Me every time going, who is this boy?
It's actually a lot of these is good. You don't know.
Yeah, who is this?
So this,
Is that a Tesla earring?
of course you can't. I think, yeah. Of course you can't recognize him because he doesn't have a backpack on. It's Backpack Kid.
Who is Backpack Kid?
He
Grace?
started flossing.
Are you making these up?
I know. I wish to God that was a
Wait,
fucking.
I-
You remember this kid?
Oh yes. Oh wait, what award? He started this?
He started it. He started flossing.
Okay, well maybe if you would have shown me in that motion.
Well, no, I know. I was trying to stump you.
Gosh.
I was trying to stump you.
It would be funny if you were just making all these up. You're like, it's classic Sunday, man.
I'm gonna do that to somebody.
They walk down the street and then they like fly.
you know about
Duh,
this.
and I'm just like,
this milkshake
start
guy
crying. Dude, please get some of these right.
sitting on toilet. Sitting on toilet.
Like, this is made up.
Yeah, no. That's just a woman sitting on the toilet. It was classic. Yeah.
Great.
All right. This one.
Oh my gosh, this woman.
Yeah.
What did she do? I know this lady. What'd she do?
She started the cinnamon challenge.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She looks like she regrets it too. That it was really
That was a fun game. Thank you so much for playing.
Of course.
I know that was hard.
God, that was difficult. And
I
then
really
if you
tried to
give me-
make it easy. I tried to keep it medium score.
Yeah, and here I am losing all of them.
I think if it was more recent,
Yeah,
have a
because
better-
nowadays, like, I know stuff about stuff that I'm talking to someone and I'm like, I need to stop because they are not spending enough time on their phone to be in this conversation with me.
when's the last time you found yourself going on a tangent about something and you're like, oh my God, this person doesn't know?
Oh my gosh, like all the time. I'll say something to my mom and I'll be explaining the whole thing. And then I'm
Well,
like,
it's tough with moms. Does she get internet?
yeah, she sure does.
She does.
And too much. She went the other way, so too much. So we just did Lent, she gave it up. But then except on Sundays, she would catch up on everything. So I'm like, that's not really how. That's not really how that's
That's not really, you don't really get like a free pass.
And she's like, well, I did watch your YouTube. Is that okay? I'm like, yeah, if you're supporting me,
Yeah.
there's no rules.
Keep them
You think
coming,
God
Mama.
wants you to not support me?
I mean, that's
not
just being a
happening.
bad parent, really.
Literally. But yeah, it was like her or any of my like offline friends. Just like
How many of
going
those do you
down-
have? I don't think I have one.
Not many.
I have like one.
Yeah. Do you have a go-to person you like send, stuff to? Like where you're always just hitting that no matter what it is?
Oh, that's my sister Nora.
okay.
That is an
That's
absolute.
fine.
Yeah. Who's yours?
I love that. My sisters I have 2 sisters in there in a little chat with me. The Friday chat, it has to be my best work.
It's always tough. Here's the other thing. You have your people you send your best work to. You have your people you send like no matter what. Then you have, I don't know if you agree with this, but I have my friends where I think their humor is pretty chat.
Yeah.
And so I'll send them those ones because I think they'll like those.
Oh my gosh, it's the lowest level.
It's
You're
just
like, maybe you'll find here, eat this, baby.
like, oh, you're going to eat this up, you
You're gonna
fucking
love it.
idiot.
And they do. And they
do.
mean
They're like, How did
it.
you think of me?
They're like, oh my god, this is
so mean.
dude. It's like any of like the work stuff where it's like your coworker on a 9 to 5 is talking a lot in the meeting. It's like that everyone's made
Gabriella.
5,000 videos on. They're like, shut up, I have one of those, dude. She never stops talking. You're like, oh wow, the balance through the floor.
Yeah, no, dude, it's so good. And I mean, I can't do any wrong when I'm in a conversation with those guys.
Yeah, it's the best, dude. I love
really
that.
is.
My one of my sisters is like that, and it really just anything. I wish she lived out here because I would bring her to every show. I'm just like, I need a loud laugher in the back. It brings me so much joy. But you can't run stuff by those people because it's just they'll take anything.
That is true. That is true. I have my sister. We have like the same laugh. So if you hear it, I can definitely clock
like
it. Like if
that.
I'm at a show and I hear her laugh, and I'm like, I know I did something right.
Also, someone's like, did Grace just put her laugh in the back of the room? And just keep it on an auto thing. just keep it.
just every we'll do every 15.
It can be random.
Yeah, just it'd be mid sentence.
Just
No
like
worries.
play it. Just keep it going. Wait, do you guys have any other siblings or just the 2?
We have 2 younger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so-
sisters, brothers?
Sisters. So
Oh
it's
my
all
gosh.
4 girls. Yeah.
Wait, fun.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Everyone always says your poor father, and I want to shoot them in the face.
Yeah. He should be so lucky.
Do you
truly.
all sisters?
I have 2 older sisters, 2 younger brothers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so big
So you're
fam.
right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
The sweet
And
spot.
It's just like, yeah, you can never say anything about being a middle child without being annoying.
Yeah,
You're
well,
like,
I was gonna say
that's why I'm the way I am. It's like, just stop. Just please.
hand-me-downs and having a
God forbid I went to theater. It's like, just take a breath. Just take a breath. That's fun though. Do your sisters, do they work in entertainment at all or just
well, I mean,
normal
I
life?
guess you could say so. One of my sisters, she's 11. She's
okay.
she's working her ass off.
She should be.
Trying to fulfill the class clown of it all.
Okay.
'Cause they big shoes to follow. You
yeah,
know?
that's really tough.
And then I've got a 18-year-old sister, and she does this thing that I can't stand. She says out loud, "I'm not funny."
I don't like that.
It's just like a buzzkill, because like, yeah, we know, but like you don't have to say it. It makes it like
So
now
she'll
we're
just
like,
just walk around and be like, I wish I was, but I'm not funny.
she'll like, we'll be like, what do you think of that? She'll be like, I don't know, I'm not funny.
Like, honey, you cannot be giving yourself those attributes right now.
Like it's a bad look for the family.
Yeah, you have some humor, right?
Like-
look up jokes.
Like you work harder.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I guess not everyone could be funny though. I mean, that is a thing. She's probably really smart and has a good personality. Or no, that's scary that I asked.
We could move on.
She is gorgeous.
She is. She's the pretty one.
She is stunning.
She's stunning.
And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah. And she wants to be a cop.
Oh my God, we need somebody out there defending these streets.
I mean, yeah, those are big
A
shoes.
gorgeous cop. I mean, that is rare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good for her.
She's going to catch herself up. What was that lady? I get tagged in it every once in a while. Everyone says, oh, I thought this was you, the lady who fucked those cops. Yeah.
Everyone's like, is that you, honey?
Is that you? I'm like, hey, she looks just like you.
Wait, is that a real thing? She actually had sex with cops?
Yeah, she was also a cop herself. And she was just, she was fucking around
Can a woman not have privilege? Can a woman not have privileges?
Come on now.
Can a woman not work during her work time with her coworkers? Sorry.
Cuffs and batons, they excite her.
Guys.
You know?
Wait,
Getting
that's
her aroused.
crazy.
Do you ever have anyone tell you look like somebody?
Actually, like, not really.
I think it's the worst thing you could do to someone.
Yeah, especially if they're uglier.
Well, they always are.
Yeah.
Or like you just don't see it and then it warps your...
I have had people not... I was thinking more of the sense where they're like, you look like this famous person. I have people send me videos of other people online and they're like, this looks like you. And it's just like a 45-year-old. And I'm just like, shout out to 45-year-olds.
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out, like, you guys are incredible.
Oh, you actually, you meant to add that shout
guys,
out.
shout out to 45-year-olds. Sucks.
And I want to go back to where I said they usually are uglier. I didn't mean that. I don't think too highly of myself, but it's the thing about being told you look like somebody and not seeing it and being like, I have a warped sense of reality.
Exactly.
I don't know what I look like.
It's like I saw recently that I guess my image is like flipped on Zoom.
Oh, I don't like that.
So I didn't know that. And I'm always like holding my head in the position that I look best on my camera. So God forbid, I guess on sometimes, maybe it's Google Meet, I forget what it is, but like I think that it actually is flipped on their end. And that just really messed me up.
It's too much.
And I was like, oh gosh, the self-perception, like it's a whole thing. You're looking at yourself too much, seeing yourself on video all the time. Like it is really, and then people are getting all this stuff done and whatever. It's really tough. You just got to be like, I guess I don't care, but I do deep down.
I can't. I
don't know the solution.
I don't
know it.
It's really,
And that's not why people come to us. Thank God.
No, thank God. I actually just had a vision of like, what if you like went on like one of those like mental health podcasts and they make you look into one of those true mirrors?
What
you
is
ever see that?
No.
It shows you who you true, how people perceive you.
Oh, could never.
I would probably have to walk out if that's the way we're starting things.
Wait, is it a mirror like, in like What Not to Wear? Did you ever watch that where they put them in that? Wait, also in that show they would put them in like a 30-part mirror where it's like a hall of mirrors but just of yourself.
They're like, look at
People
yourself.
start crying. Yeah. And I'm like, hey guys, have you never gone into like a mall or like a dressing room with mom? I was like, is this your first time in a mirror? I mean, there was a couple mirrors for sure, but they would go in and start physically crying and sobbing.
I think, like, thinking of the production of it all, I think they made them stay there for like an hour until they finally broke, and they're like, I don't look at myself anymore.
No, like, they were definitely like trapped in there because there's no other reason why they would be. I was like, honey, it's just you in a skirt, and like you are pale, and like I've been there, but like. It's okay. And they'd be on the dry heaving.
Dude, I always think it's so funny with those shows of like the transformation shows. Yeah. Like on the Today Show, they'd be like, yeah, let's find an ugly fatty from the Midwest. And they'd like bring them in for like 2 hours and be like, look at her. She's fucking gorgeous now. We put a belt on her.
Yeah. Dude. I'm just like, it's so mean. And people were so game.
I
just think self-esteem must have been higher. Like so much higher before.
I think so.
Like we've really lost the plot, and by we I mean me.
I mean I haven't been able to find the plot since years ago.
I've been scared and I've been needing help. Anybody?
Have you watched old reality TV? I keep going back to this, but have you ever watched Million Dollar Matchmaker?
No, I never have.
Okay, so she's out of her fucking mind.
I gotta watch it then.
Fucked up about this lady.
Okay,
she's all right.
Okay.
You know, when it comes to, I don't pick apart people's looks, but that's what she's doing.
Okay.
She's calling these girls slam pigs to their face and trying to match them up with some thumb, and she's relentless.
Shut up. I thought for some reason that show was like her setting up hot people. Like, I guess I never thought about how she's like,
they have
setting
to find
up average
the hot
with
people.
average.
There'll be like a casting call or something, and they're like ugly, fat, special looking, out.
That's why it's really also the reality of it all. The reality thing. Like I really couldn't. I know that like you're going on the whole rabbit hole of influencers a hard job. Being in reality. But the thing is, like, if you never have to be like people can. people who put out their lives, like video every day of like what they're doing with their boyfriend, with their what, like going on and on and on. Like people could pick apart your look so much.
Yeah.
Versus like that's the thing of like if you're like playing a character, it's like, oh whatever, I'll do anything. I'll like play anything or whatever. But I do think like being on one of those shows, being in anything where you're like, I am coming as myself and people can just say whatever they want about you, really scary.
I know it is really crazy.
Yeah.
I ran into one of those reality stars recently while I've been here.
Yeah.
And their life is a part of everyone picking it apart, and they're like real life. This guy's talking to me. He's ripping his hair out. He's like, I don't know. Like everyone's talking about me. This is crazy. I don't know. Fucking. I was like, dude, you need to relax.
I know. I would imagine it'd be really hard. Like, I feel like you just gotta like, I don't know, not read comments or something. Crazy solution. But like even you do a podcast, I'm like you're doing even the podcast all the time. I'm like, oh gosh, you really like presenting as yourself or whatever. That's why at least like comedy, that's nice because you're just like having a good time. We're here to make people laugh, whatever. But yeah, it's like it's a vulnerable thing, like for real.
Comedy, it's great because you can be a mess and people are like, that's hilarious. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. That's good. That's all. It's all good. You don't have to be perfect.
They're having a good time. You know,
we're just here to make people laugh.
If you're like doing a wellness, like mental health podcast or whatever, people could really. They could have an issue with what you're saying all the time.
Yeah. Here's a no segue question.
Okay.
When you look up your name, the Groundlings website states that you sold ham at your dad's ham store.
That's correct.
And I want you to walk us through this. All right. Have you ever heard the iconic lyric by the one and only Nicki Minaj that goes, I don't fuck with pigs, like assalamu alaikum. I put them in the field and let Oscar Mayer bake them. Now with this, did you have to do the hard work of making the ham?
The thing is like we would get all the hams and then we would glaze them. So like it's like I immediately go into like salesperson mode. But I'm like, what we do is actually a honey baked. You know, the hams are fresh never frozen.
My favorite kind, by the way.
That is what we had a honey baked store, and they're fresh never frozen. So when we get
like Chipotle,
yeah, correct,
just like Chipotle.
And so they would come in these like massive trucks, and then what we do is we hand glaze them in the back.
They've already been slaughtered, correct?
Okay. We're not receiving pigs.
You're not dealing with
No, these are like, you know, gorgeous like pigs that have had a gorgeous life on a nice farm. It's what I'm told. It's what I need to believe. I know. I can be tricky. I get really scared. I get really scared.
Like oink oink.
I really can't think about it.
And then you start thinking about babe.
And the whole thing makes me really upset.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Start crying.
Are you vegan now?
Fresh, never frozen. At Honey Baked Ham. We get them there, and it actually was like a family affair because so you have the hams there and they're already spiral sliced and then they are hand glazed with a secret spice mix that we have there. So like my sister and my brothers, it was a very like you had to be kind of a tough gal to like do this because you're holding a blowtorch and you have to like have some muscle because you're using a strainer to get the spices on there, and then at the same time you use the blowtorch.
Oh no shit!
And so my sister Marin, who's like both my whole family's very athletic, and they're all 6 feet tall, and then there's me,
middle child over here. Won't shut up about it
myself. But she would do that, and then my brothers would glaze in the back, and then it was like a whole family affair. But we really were working there like. When we were 10, you would, because it was like the holidays were just spent there. So you would like pass out samples.
Hams are huge on the holidays.
It's huge. Christmas, Thanksgiving, and the line. I don't know if like Honey Bakes here, it's like there's a line. Every Honey Baked, I think there's like lines out the door.
Yeah.
It's a thing. People go pick up their ham, and it's you got people if they're mad if their thing isn't ready and their reservation code. It's a whole thing. So, but it was kind of like I actually look back on all of it very like fondly. Even now, my brother has like kind of taken over and he works there with my mom.
Oh no shit!
And so, but it used to be like I would come back from college and my mom was like, "We do need help at the store," and I would be like, "I'm an actress in LA," and I would want like my uniform to look cute. I'd be like, "I'm literally doing really well with acting," and I'm like selling ham. I'd be like, "Bone in or boneless."
So were you front facing?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So people up there, you would. It's also like a cafe, so you would make sandwiches.
Okay.
At the holidays, mainly just doing the ham. Like they would shut down the sandwich unit. Ham and like we do like catering, box lunches. It's like
no
it's really
shit.
Good.
That's so wild.
So there was that, but it was funny because there's a Honey Baked in Glendale here, and a few like Christmases ago when I was dating Eric, I'm like, hey, I was like, you should try. He's never had Honey Baked ham.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna go pick it up at this like Glendale Honey Baked ham. I've never been to a different Honey Baked.
Yeah,
like,
testing out the waters. You were a secret shopper.
I literally was. I go in there I'm telling you, of course, it's always like 13-year-olds working there because that's like the age I wasn't. It's all like high schoolers. They're all like on their phone.
Smoking a cigarette. I've been there.
I'm telling you, Grace, like it took everything in me to not. I'm at the front and the girl's like, "Hi, what can I get you?" I'm like pretending to look at the menu.
As if you don't know you're getting a glorious ham.
I'm literally like, what's funny is, and I'm like, Elise, stop. They don't care. They don't care. They don't want to know. This is just going to take up time and annoy them. And I'm like, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. And I'm like, I actually used to work here. It's funny though, but in Virginia, this girl's like, I don't care. I don't care. She's so irritated at me. And I was like, so I totally get it. I bet, is it crazy at the holidays? It was crazy for me at the holidays. Like, it was insane. Is it crazy? And she's like, and then she's like, oh, 1 second, getting her other friend. They're all like 11 walking around, all so much hotter than me. I'm like, okay, so this is SoCal. This is SoCal honey bake. My
It's a
bad.
little different over here.
But you have a belly ring.
They're
Cool.
texting in front of you.
Wasn't allowed to wear that. Wasn't allowed to text on the job actually when I was here.
It's actually family round.
Yeah.
Where's your dad?
Where's your dad?
Where's your daddy?
Actually, please put your phone down. You're on the clock. You should be wearing a collared shirt, by the way.
You're being rude. It's disrespectful to the hams.
Actually, not in uniform. I was like a nightmare. I'm like, bye, girls. Have a great day. They're like, that bitch.
It reminds me of that scene in Bridesmaids. I'm like, oh, I bet you're really popular.
Yeah. No, literally, I was like, why? I do not want to. I was being over. These girls hated me. I wanted to be them so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, if I could go back.
Dude.
Crazy.
So
Memory lane.
Was that was your job throughout high school?
Yes.
And then when you came back from college?
Yeah, I would still work there at the holidays, but then I also did a little like waitressing at a local restaurant.
Oh, of course. Waitressing is like the,
doing all that.
the gateway to
what were your jobs?
acting.
Oh, yeah.
I
the thing.
I waitressed. I worked at an ice cream shop.
Yeah.
And when I go back there, it takes everything in me.
Yes.
It takes everything in me.
Yeah.
To be like, yeah, I bet you scraping the ice machines later tonight, that's a real pain in the ass, isn't it? You know?
You're like, how's the sanitizer temperature?
I was like, yeah, I flavor of the week. Yeah, let me guess. It's the 3rd week, June. Black raspberry. I don't even have to look.
It's so painful. They're like, what do you want?
No, but they're more like, I want.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy. It's
There's no
it's a real
customer
big-
service anymore. Don't get me started.
Oh my God. You know what? I'm happy to see a fucking screen in front of the kiosk. Don't talk to me if you're going to be a fucking rude little teenage piece of shit.
It's so crazy. Like, I'm sorry that my mom, it was blowing my mind. We used to have a competition if you could upsell the most turkeys. So if you get a ham, you get a turkey for $24.
You didn't even begin to mention that you also had turkey. This place is out of control.
So I'm gonna head out. Bye, guys. You could upsell a turkey for $24.99, and it was like a competition. And everyone that you did, which I would like get so good at, I'd be like, you know what, my family, like, I would make up lies. I'd be like, we have this tradition where I'm like doing anything to
Just
sell a
making
turkey,
stuff up.
and we would call it turkey time. And I'm just like saying whatever, and people are like, you know what, that's so sweet, I'm gonna get a turkey. And I go and I put a little marker for myself, and then you would win like a $25 Starbucks gift card or
No, but
something.
It's about the passion.
And it was passionate. And my mom goes like, I got all these. It made me so sad. She's like, I got all these gift cards this year, and no one did any of the tally marks. I go, oh, okay, I'll go back. I'll burn them all to death.
Oh, those little fuckers.
I'll set them on fire.
Oh, that fucking drives me nuts.
That made me really sad. But
Oh, shit.
God forbid we have work ethic.
Yeah, I mean, come on, these kids these days. And I never wanted to be that. I never wanted to be that person. Because when I was younger, I hated the older people who hated kids. Now I hate kids.
I know. See, I love babies,
Ooh.
but teens so different.
I could fuck with
You
a
don't like
teen
babies?
rather than a baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
man.
don't sway that.
Oh, I won't try to. But you don't have any. But no, you guys. No one's had a child. Yeah, because your sisters are younger.
Yeah, no, they were like, I kind of raised one of them, and that's the one that's not funny. So I'm like, no kid of mine's not going to be
out.
funny.
I'm done.
Are you kidding me?
I'm done.
That is no.
You
What did I do wrong?
Cousins?
Cousins?
babies?
No, kind of, not really.
Yeah.
Not like they're all over the place. I don't know.
Yeah. The thing is, like, having a niece and nephew, that really did it for me. Because I never thought about babies. I'm like,
yeah.
I never, like, why would I be thinking about
Oh,
that?
so you have a niece and nephew.
I have 2 nephews and a niece. No, I have now 3 nephews and a niece.
Oh, wow.
Which is crazy. My sister just had a baby. But it's like, I had never thought about babies. And then all of a sudden you're like, your sister, who's your sister, is like, you're living, and they're like, I'm pregnant. And you're like, what on earth? And then they have a baby, like your sister. Like, I'm like, what are you doing?
This was from mom. This was mom's thing.
I was like, are you old? She's 32. I'm like, what are you doing? And like, and it's so weird. And you're like, it also was like the growing up thing. I was just like, this is the craziest thing you could do. She's like, I've been married for 5 years. I'm having
This like
children.
totally makes sense.
Yeah,
for
and
me.
I was like, it's so wild. But then, so that has been very like, now I'm like obsessed with babies. But yeah, like I don't know. Jury's out on like, I don't know many teens now. I feel like I wouldn't like
that's
them.
good.
It's probably good.
That's good. I think that's...
I don't know. Shout out to teens.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah, that was a good segment.
That was great.
The Teen Vogue party.
Teen Vogue.
That's a meme. Who said that?
Teen Vogue party?
Yeah, I got a little blue going on for the Teen Vogue party.
Okay, it's like you transformed. Like your voice is just different.
Thank you.
Was that I don't know.
Selena Gomez.
Oh.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Not bad. Have you ever had a celebrity run-in where you panicked and said something crazy?
I have met truly so many celebrities because I worked at coffee shops for so long in LA. And I worked at this Blue Bottle in Los Feliz for forever, and that's like where everyone lives. And so I feel like I'm pretty like, and I've lived here now 11 years. I'm pretty like desensitized to a lot of it. I'm trying to think of one where I like
got here though. I feel like it's like your first one, and then you say, "I'll never do
Yeah.
that again."
Do you have one?
This one time I was in Boston, and I saw Julian Edelman, who's was on the Patriots. He was just walking down the street, and my grandma was driving us. I hopped out of the car at a fucking stop sign, ran up after him, and I go, "Hey, it's Grace to meet you." And it stuck in my head forever. It was like my first time seeing a celebrity ever in my life. Recently ran into him backstage at someone's show, at Bert Kreischer's show, and I said, "Hey, man, I know you don't want to hear this, but it's funny to me. I ran up to you one day." He was like, "Okay." And
No,
I was like,
there's no chance
I was
he
like,
even remembers.
and I word vomit, so I was like, "I know you don't remember. I know you didn't even want to hear this. I just had to say that for myself. I'm so sorry. Like, you have a good night." He's like, "Yeah, all right." I was like,
Dude, I actually like that you did that too. I like it. I'm just like, God forbid we have a little bit of ourselves out there.
"Oh my God, I'm so
We
sorry."
don't all need to play. So yeah, it's like I really there's definitely something to. I've had more like minor people too, where I've just done weird stuff. Where like I'll end up I'll be on a show with someone who's not like super famous, but famous to me. Like I love their stuff, and I just end up like word vomiting, or like so many times I like wait outside a show for someone for so long. I'm messaging them like outside, just if you get a chance to hang out. Literally no stress at all. Not because I understand like you're literally so busy and you're just in town for a night. So, but I am outside and I'm with the friends, but we're gonna go to this bar nearby. If you know the bar, and I was I literally deletes message. They never come outside. Like I've done shit like that with like a certain like weird people, or like people who are I end up like later on being at a show with them or something, or like on a lineup with them, and I'm like
Unsigned,
they can
unsigned,
no
unsigned.
literally, and I'm like I know they see it because I see like every message that's sent to me. Just sometimes you're like looking through or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know that they've seen all this. I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. It's funny that like thing of being like upcoming things in comedy, and then you might get on a lineup here and then you're like, oh sick, I'm on this thing.
It's so crazy.
And then I have
Like,
to
I'm-
unsend so many messages.
I'm with the people that I was literally losing my marbles about.
Dude,
it's
and
so crazy.
agents, like, oh my gosh, I talk about this all the time, but like I used to fire off like, am I like actually spitting everywhere?
No, I drooled earlier, so this is like a thing.
It's just water. The floor's soaked.
We're just so hydrated. Unwell. Thank you.
Unwell, really delicious. Also, I'm getting a little energy boost.
Huzzah!
Huzzah, really good. Alex, and great meeting you earlier as well.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Loved your wedding. And okay, so I used to fire off like these emails to these reps with like the most insane. Like I heard that if you put referral in the subject, it would be like,
that's smart.
I would say referral. There was like one guy I knew who was like pretty connected, and I would just use him as a referral to everyone. Did he? Yeah. And I had to do some stuff. I'll tell you that. But
Slippery slope.
no, it was like referral from. I now have to find all those messages and delete. But I would send out things, and most of the time you just wouldn't get a response. I remember one time because I was like, referral from this guy, and I literally, someone finally responded, was like, who is that? And I was like, and now it's funny, like a lot of my like friends or whatever will be at these things, and they're like, agents are there, and it's definitely some of these people, and they're like, oh, Elise, this is a blank, 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 and I'm like, never put my name in your email. Like, never put my name in your email, because you will see something you do not want to see. And it's like, hi, I'm Elise. I'm a diamond in the rough. I just moved here from Virginia. I have 0 credits. And I think I would be very helpful to your, oh my God, I just got, I just blacked out. I would say, I just looked at your roster with Michelle Williams. I just looked at your roster and I noticed you don't have anyone like me. And it's like, yeah, because they have celebrities, honey. Oh my God. Like
give a kid a chance.
and I mean, God, you can never say I was not trying because I was like out there doing it. But
you gotta hustle, man.
If you're at these things with people and I hear their name, I'm like, I hope his email has changed.
Dude, that actually just rings a bell for me.
You're like, I've seen you in my email.
Big new star just approached.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Before any of this, I had like just a silly YouTube that I had, and I would like vlog like me and my buddies.
Yeah.
Never picked up. It just sits on the ether. It's there. It's whatever. But I made business cards, and I would go visit my friend because I went to community college. I would go visit my friends in different states at their colleges and pass out these business cards like, follow me on YouTube. Follow me on YouTube.
Yeah.
Dude, it never caught on.
Did the follows go up?
No, they've remained at 14 for about 14 years.
Perfect.
It's honestly better off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because some of those, honestly, it's some of my best work, actually.
I love that drive.
Oh, it's a, you know what? It's a lost art. Barking.
Yeah.
Because everyone's
begging.
Everyone's on the TikTok.
Everyone's on their phone. Us, literally, this podcast. Make it a clip.
Wait,
Make it a clip.
say?
I'm like, hey, what's going on with
Clip
all
that?
the trends and the things? And I know every mom that's pregnant and everyone. It's really scary.
Oh, the moms. Your mom TikTok. Well, you got married, so your next
know.
step, right? Isn't that what happens?
Under the eyes of the Lord, apparently.
Yeah, well, the baby.
The mom talk. It's more like people that I used to follow who weren't moms, and now they're like all like everyone's like, oh, they're getting married, and so it's kind of. I'm not as like I don't know that world too much, so it's been, and I'm so happy for them, but I've been less engaging with it a little bit.
I actually there's some people from just my regular life. I'll see they got engaged, and I might have had like a little bit of a crush. I'll be like,
mute, unfollow. Sorry,
no, there's no reason for me to be investing into your life anymore.
We were gonna get married, and now we're not.
You're actually being a dick and a cheater.
That was really weird of you to do.
We were literally dating in my head. You fucked.
Okay, rude. You realize they don't follow you anymore? Okay. They haven't followed you for a long time.
Why? Is it because you're married now?
Finding out that someone, when you go to unfollow someone, you realize they haven't followed you for God knows how long. I mean, it's liberating because you're like, okay, great, we can do this. But like, it's really kind of jarring. I'm like, what could I have possibly done to you?
Like, I was supposed to do that first.
Yeah. The way that I used to in high school have that app that would tell you who
1000%. And you could see who else had the app because it would post on your behalf on Twitter. It'd say,
wait, really?
Yeah, it would say, it was like this thing that nobody knew how to shut off.
Oh, God.
And it was like follower account, lost 2 followers.
Oh, yeah,
and like,
yeah.
remember? It's like,
Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot about that.
I forgot too. That's funny.
Dude, yeah, I would use that. I'm like, that is such a bad way to get, your feelings hurt.
Yeah. I kept track of that. And then having a good ratio was always a big thing.
Oh my God, it's so disgusting.
Fucking silly. You're in a film with Mark Wahlberg. Okay, called Flight Risk.
Barely, honey.
Where he plays a balding psychotic killer. And you play a woman named Janine or J9?
That is
Janine?
It would be Janine.
Yeah. Did Janine get to rub his bald?
No. No, I had a part in that movie that is known in the world of film as a voiceover part where you aren't seen on the screen at all, which feels really good as an actor because you're not seen on the screen at all. But it was really fun, and I was directed by Mel Gibson, so that was very cool.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Did he lose his shit?
No, he was
He's
very
known for losing
calm.
his shit.
He was very calm, very kind, and it was really fun. But it was just like, it's just funny because I've, you do a lot of like voiceover work as like a thing, like struggling actors, like commercials, this and that. So it was fun because I was like, oh, this is actually going to be like something out there that's fun.
That's it. That's really cool.
Yeah. I was like, there's no chance Mel Gibson's going to direct me for this very small part. But there's not many people in the movie, so in the credits, it's literally like Mel Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, me. And I'm like, okay, guys, there's like 4 people in this movie, but okay, thanks.
That's sick, though.
I love it.
Credit's a credit, baby.
Credit's a credit.
So, you mentioned you got married in June. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Very exciting stuff.
Thank you, everyone
You found
in the
a
room.
life partner forever.
I sure did.
And that is the hope.
That is. There's just one hope.
Just one hope, and that's love. And so, as you know, weddings bring out all kinds of characters. Yeah. So for this game, we're doing a game now. I'm going to throw out a classic wedding guest stereotype, and if you're interested, I'd love to see you act that out.
Ooh, okay.
On the
Let's
spot.
see.
All right.
Oh, that's really scary.
So this is your uncle's new girlfriend that the entire family is meeting for the first time at the rehearsal dinner. She has her hair in teased, grown out, blonde poof-sized Texas-style hair, is wearing jeans and a graphic tee, smoking a box mod vape, and doesn't know which one is the bride.
Great. Where is she? Where is she? Where's Mrs. It's my day? Where's Mrs. It's my day? Where's Mrs. It's my day? I had to fly here from Nevada because I want everyone to celebrate me because it's a special day. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Looking gorgeous. So I noticed that in our welcome bag in our hotel room, there's one water. And I'm just reminding you, there's two of us sleeping in there. Thank you. Is there a bakery around here? That's my girl.
Dude, that's really good.
What bakery?
You gotta do that for your SNL. That's a great character right there.
Thanks, honey. Her name is Dominica Taruso. And she will not make it through the rest of the wedding. She will not be at the brunch the next day. She will fly. I actually heard of a friend who's like, their date left during the wedding night, was like, I'm leaving. And and she was like, and for me, that was a red flag. I'm like, honey, yeah. Yeah.
Dude.
She's like, so we broke up because he left during the wedding, out of state wedding, flew home. I was like, the bar it's getting lower.
All right, buckle up. Next character.
Oh God, we're doing multiple.
Yeah, just 2 more.
Okay.
Mother of the groom who has never been to another state. The wedding is in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and she is scared the bride is going to make her son move there from Alabama.
Okay, very interesting. How there's a lot of yellow. Yes. Okay. So, this is gorgeous. No, okay, nice to meet y'all. You're their okay, nice to meet y'all. So that's my daughter's the bride. Yeah. So, and we'll right after in the morning, I think we'll head back. Yeah. There's a brunch at your place. I think we'll head back. Yeah. Cause we would, I think we had bought tickets to head back. Is at least where mine was, is to head back in the, we could stay. Yeah. I think it's just different. I'm not used to being in a different climate as well. So, and where we're from, it's perfect all the time. So, and I think that what we had heard from, and Carnice had told us that her and Tim had thought to move back to actually in Alabama and not in actually New Mexico, because we just don't know about any of these parts, and I love them too. I do love them. We just wouldn't, I don't think Carnice would ever mention wanting to be here later, right? Yeah. Really glad we're here though. Yeah, that's the mother of the bride.
So good. This is fucking great. I mean, this is fucking. I would pay to watch this. I wish I want to pay. I want to pay. And put this behind a paywall. You guys, you shouldn't be getting this for free, you pieces of shit.
No, it's literally
I love my fans. And your last one, your closing out one.
Okay.
A 35-year-old guy the groom played basketball with in middle school that is working catering. He acts like they were still best friends and won't stop telling him about the one game they could have won. He hasn't served a single plate.
Braden. Literally track. Literally, it's track. I'm literally doing catering for this event. Dude, I'm literally no, I had told them too. I was like, no, I think I was supposed to be on the guest list, dude. And I'm like, and they're like, no, literally you have Brussels sprouts to give, dude. And I'm like, no, we were literally states together. And I'm like, they don't even know that, man. They don't even know how we were almost winning, dude. And I'm like, I've been good. No, I've been good. I know you guys gotta go. Where are you going? I'll walk. No, I've been good. I was at CVS doing because I went to pharmacy school, but I was like, that's hard. So I ended up leaving that because I was like, I thought I'd be learning drugs, and then I'm finding out you gotta it's med school, dude. So then I just transferred to working at CVS as a kiosk dude, and that was very much easier for me. So that's really good. But I realized I actually like when you get those frozen foods and you put them in your microwave and stuff. So I was like, I really like that. Oh, you going to the next? I'll walk. So I was really liking like making that stuff in my microwave at home. So I'm like, I think I like cooking. So now, dude, yeah. You guys go. Cause I gotta get back. Bye, dude. Hey. Okay.
That was excellent.
Thanks, gang. All these like wedding moments really just being brought back up. God,
That was so good, man. Oh my
Sonny.
God, my back hurts. I haven't laughed like that in a little biscuit. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That's so
Appreciate
nice.
that. I forgot I could laugh. You get so wrapped up in everything.
Oh my God, you start
forget-
crying?
You forget, what funny really is. You know?
Start crying.
I've been clip farming this whole time. God, it's so good to break
Just
the
checking in. Are we
cycle.
all good?
I love you. So do you have any characters like that from your wedding?
Ooh. Let me think. I mean, we really like.
I know these
with
are people that you love and adore.
with
but...
the guest list, like really tried to tone it down. And I'm glad that we like. There was a lot of cuts that were made that now I'm like, I'm so glad we did because it
feels
was
good to be making the cuts on your end, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you can't be here.
You did callbacks.
Yeah, people did audition. Everyone auditioned for the wedding. Which I highlight. People don't do that anymore, and it's really helpful.
No, it was so big in the 60s.
They tell you what gift they will give you, and so you just can kind of decide from there. Yeah, I mean, my whole family is like full of characters. Everyone's out of their minds. You got Irish Catholic kids who are like and breeding more and then more and then cousins and aunts and uncles and then all my mom's friends who I love dearly who have just like given me so many amazing gifts and things, but they travel to everything with my mom.
I love that.
Like my soon-to-be sister-in-law had a bridal shower recently. They're all as a posse. It's like 11 of them, and they're my
that's
mom's best
awesome.
friends.
They're running deep.
And I love it. And like they give, and they're so kind. And
Are they friends from college or friends from high
they're
school?
all friends from, I think, kind of like in the neighborhood over the years.
Okay.
Like I think I went to the same high school and stuff as like my dad and all my siblings, everything. So that kind of crew, parents maybe from school. And that's very fun because I just think all of them, they're in book club together. It's like they're a whole
awesome.
unit, which I would love.
It's
You
a good
only
sense of
hope you can have
community,
friends like that.
know?
when you-
Yeah.
I love them. I sure do.
It's good. It's good stuff. You perform in a sketch group where you write and perform a new show every Sunday.
Yes.
Okay. Would you say that this is your version of going to church on Sundays?
I love it so much. It really is. And I'm still sometimes a church goer.
Oh,
So
yeah.
there we go.
We're still
Pop off.
believing in that-
Pop off.
That
I know
Bible
there's
bell.
complicated feelings in the
No, of course.
Of course.
Good
But
thoughts.
so it's really it does feel that way though too. Like it is this kind of really it's so fun. Like it is so much work. Like because we pitch every Wednesday and then it's a new show every Sunday. But like everyone you feel like you just get like a comedy show from all your friends.
Yeah, it's
And
awesome.
Everyone's like pitching stuff.
Do you guys
and-
meet up in person?
Yeah, it's
to
at
do
the
these pitches?
theater. Yeah, it's at the theater every Wednesday from like 3 p.m. to like 1 in the morning because everyone like pitches stuff and then you find out Thursday morning what's in the show and then you do all these rewrites and
Oh,
notes
shit.
and then it's just stuff on Sunday and then Sunday you're kind of there all day. So it's a lot of work, but it is so fun and it's
Fuck
really
yeah.
crazy because then you get to like I mean, I'm sure it's like when you get to perform in front of like sold out audiences.
Oh, my
like,
God,
it's
yeah.
such good practice and it's also just like you keep that bone you keep that bone going. There's literally you keep that bone or you keep that bone or go. You keep that
You mean the
spitting
funny
again.
bone?
You keep that bone going. That's not a thing. But like
Keep on boning 'em.
you keep on boning every week, which is what's the most important to me. Yeah, so it's really fun.
Hell yeah.
I like it a lot.
What are your best sketches you've ever performed?
Ooh. One of my favorite ones was like in my first couple months there, it was the sketch Jump, which I still kind of do sometimes for like showcase things. And it's like the woman who's the modified example in the workout class. And it's like all the most like aesthetic chicas in the front, and it's a trampoline workout class because I went in a rabbit hole online of like these women who are like 1, 2, 1, and like the trampoline workout is like insane on these little mini tramps. So it was like me and 2 of my best friends, Kara and Lindsay, and they're like in their like matching Lululemons, and I'm this like woman who's come in and is like actively wanting to keep up with the normal, but is being told like, and if you have no experience at all with workouts, or you're injured, or you aren't an athletic person, keep up with Melissa. And they just keep like almost throwing these like jabs, and she's doing the most like low lift, like just stepping on the side of the tram,
like testing the water.
She's not even allowed on. And they're like, Melissa, actually hop off the tramp. We're gonna have you hop off the tramp, Melissa. And then she just kind of keeps trying to jump in, and then it like she throws up all over the, you know. So that one was very fun. It's very, I like the physical stuff. That one was very fun.
That sounds hilarious. I can picture it. I can just picture it.
I love it.
Has there ever been a repeat sketch? Well, I guess that one for showcases, but is there ever a repeat sketch where you like modify, or do you repeat it? Or does it have to be from scratch every time?
It is actually, it's a little confusing because technically if something's going well, it can go for a total of 3 weeks.
Oh, no shit.
So there's always like, usually like half the show is brand new stuff, and then something, if it's going well, it'll go for another week with the new notes and whatever, and it'll change. So, and then at the end of every 3 months, you have like your opening and your closing, and that will be like your best sketch of the first 3 months.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
So we have like our closing.
Quarterly highlights.
Your like thing. So then those are the shows that are like industry party, blah, 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 and people come and they see like the best sketches. So they're not coming to like a random like Hail Mary show where you're doing like insane stuff.
That's good shit, man.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time. I think you would like it a lot.
I would eat it.
Also, do you ever do like UCB in New York or anything?
No, I wish I did. I should.
You should just go to like do a class, because UCB is great. It's
you
like
just like
all
sign
sketch
up and
stuff.
do a class.
Yeah.
Next question. You toured with Almost Friday TV doing live shows.
Yes.
All right. And I heard the Boston shows were a fan favorite, not only for Boston fans, but for some of your colleagues. Was that the best stop, or did you have a city that blew Boston out the water?
Oh man, I mean, you really can't beat the Wilbur. Like, it was so fun.
Is that where it was?
Yeah,
that's sick.
And it was just like, it was. I mean, going from like, we do like these UCB shows all the time, and like they're so fun because it's so small, and so it's like a packed house and whatever. But it's like we were like, are we sure that this is the right venue? Because having that many people in a space, it's just so, it was so surreal, and like I just like love all those guys like so much, and they've really become some of my best friends. And so getting to do that, and like I've been doing the live stuff for so long with Groundlings, so getting to do kind of a different show with these people that like that I love, it was just like, it was really surreal, and it was super fun. And to bring the like, people come there and they might expect that you like just show some of your videos or like do more of the stuff that they've seen online, but I think I specifically, I was like, I really want it to be, you know, all of us, like we were bringing together sketches where we're like, we want this to be a show that like no one could get online. They because you're spending money, and it's like this should be something that's like,
you want to do
really
right
fun
by everyone who comes through.
Yeah, Boston was really fun. I mean, honestly, like Toronto was great too, and Arlington. Like I'm from Virginia, so
that's sick.
We did that there, and like that venue was really cool. I was telling them, I'm like, okay, Arlington. It's kind of like a random city, and but they like showed up, and the venue was super sick.
Well,
so
you already had
cool.
11 seats full.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, so my family will be half
ladies.
the audience, and my mom's book club.
Mama's book club.
Yeah, which I was like, hey guys, I'm scared for you to come see this. But that was fun. Like it was fun. Like even my mom being like I'm like, some of this it's not like Groundlings, like, you know, all clean humor. And my mom, it was really nice that after she was like, great show, and just
okay.
you know, because normally I don't know how your parents are, but there will be a thing of like, we just don't need to be saying those words, you know, like a little bit of that.
My dad gave me one of those talks
which
one time.
Is good. You get a little talking to sometimes. Yeah, it's like it keeps you humble. But like it was nice that my mom it was fun for her to get to see like how many people want to show up and show out, and so she was just like, great show, and I was like, God bless.
Oh, that's awesome, because it's such a crazy thing to like go do something, perform for people, and then be in trouble with your parents when you get off stage. Like, it's such a funny thing.
It really is. It's like such a, it's crazy. But so it was fun for them to like see, I'm like, this is what we're doing, you know.
Hell
it's
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
I got another game for you.
Oh, let's do it.
All right. So basically, it's called Who's More Disgraceful. What you're going to do is you're going to pull from one of these.
Ooh, I was wondering what these, I was wondering what this is.
And pull from one of these. And what I'm going to have you do here, I'm going to have you either... You're going to read it out loud.
Okay.
And then you're going to come up with a story. It could either be true, slightly fabricated, or completely false. And I have to decide which one that is. And then I'll go.
Very cool. Scary. Most ridiculous thing I've ever done for a dare. This one is very simple. I went to our assistant principal's home and stole their father's underwear. This was when I was having like a sleepover with my friends in 9th grade, and everyone was drinking, but I wasn't. Otherwise, like if I was drinking, I would be much too scared. But everyone was drinking Burnett's raspberry vodka, and he lived next door, and the parents were having like a shindig, so it wasn't like it was in the middle of the night or whatever. And I was tasked with this, and I went over there and I stole them, and I got away with it, and we never returned them. Actually, I think someone still has them.
I would say the Burnett's additive it makes it completely. This is a real story.
Yeah,
but is it slightly fabricated?
it's all a lie.
Wow!
Isn't that really crazy?
Wow!
I gotta have that quick mind.
Yeah, quick mind's also untrustworthy a little bit. You had me.
Guys,
you
I
completely
really-
had me.
Whew, that really got me
I'm
scared.
feeling bean boozled. Oh my God. Have you ever finagled your way into getting something for free in a disgraceful way? Okay. So I was in Nashville.
Okay.
And it was a hot dog stand, and our phones had died, so we didn't have our tap pay, we didn't have cash, and there was no way to pay for this. And so the guy was like flirting with one of my friends, and he was like, I'll give you a hot dog if you do something for it, like it's on the side of the street. And she didn't want to, so I offered to tap dance, and I did a little jig. And he was fucking with us. He never gave it to us.
Okay, well, I don't think that's that disgraceful because a tap dance is like a really honorable thing. I do think it's false.
Yeah, completely.
Like, imagine a man being like, "Yeah, give me a tap dance." He's
Tap
like,
dance for a hot
I kind
dog?
of wanted something sexual, but a tap dance works.
That's kind of where my mind goes. If someone wants something sexual, I'm like, oh, you want to tap that? Oh, I'll tap that right now.
I could do a little tap routine for you. Did you used to ever dance? What did I know?
Oh, I was a dancer.
Okay. I feel like I've seen some sort of what, guys? I'm like actively spitting.
No, it's okay. I'm Drew.
I think I have seen a video. Have you ever
Oh
posted
no,
like
never
a video?
danced online. No, never.
Oh
I will
no,
never.
not like online, but like of you as a kid or something. Did you? Is this made up?
Potentially. I don't know.
You're like, I didn't. Where'd you see that?
I think you're thinking of a different kid. Oh, you're thinking of Shirley Temple?
Yeah, similar to you.
Yeah,
that was me.
Well,
Yeah, that was me.
they couldn't tell us apart.
Yeah. I was walking in and I was like, something just happened. You were like,
I fell on stage with role model.
that's what I was going to ask you about.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the other time I went viral, and I got hurt.
That's
And
what I was
so
going to
they will
ask
only
you
let me get
is
hurt.
like, how did you feel in that moment? Because I know that Sally thing is like a big thing right now.
Yeah.
Was it, because, that's brutal.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can, I don't know, when it's not my own show,
Yeah.
being embarrassed is a personality trait.
Okay,
Someone
okay.
I grew up with, Johnny Mack, he would always say that. And so you can choose to be embarrassed, or you can choose not to be.
Sure.
And I just rolled with it.
Yeah. No,
And-
I mean, it was, you literally got up and you were like, hell yeah. And it was fine. But I was like, God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and also, lest we not forget, it hurts when you fall.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
So you're like, I'm also like maybe in pain.
Yeah, and the only part I don't love about it is that in the video, and we could put a visual here. My bodysuit just is all the way up my ass.
Sure.
Like I'm getting hooked. Remember the SpongeBob episode where they get hooked and brought
Yeah,
up?
yeah.
It was kind of like that.
Wow.
Yeah. Anywho, take your poison.
Oh my gosh, guys. Oh my gosh, most embarrassing thing my parents have caught me doing. Oh, this is actually easy. I know I said that for that. Well, we'll see if you guys. Most embarrassing thing my parents have caught me doing. At the time, it was like really upsetting to me, but I stole, I think it was like 1 or 2 Coronas when I was in like, I was not of the drinking. Like I was not partying. And I stole from my grandpa's basement, from his fridge, like 2 Coronas, like the bottles. And then they were hidden in my like underwear drawer. I was not going to drink. I don't know why. It was like one of those things where you just like keep them. And then my mom found them, or I don't know if my grandpa called her or somehow I got caught, and it was like so embarrassing because she knew I wasn't drinking them. I was just holding on to them. And then I had to be, and I was like sobbing.
She knew you were a loser.
Yeah, she was like, I'm literally not worried. And I was like sobbing that I got caught because I just was like I didn't do anything like crazy in high school or whatever. And yeah, that's the story.
That is so true.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is all true.
I was gonna say that I thought maybe it was slightly fabricated and they were Mike's Hards.
No, they are Coronas. I'm pretty sure like 99% they were Coronas because it was just like these 2 light beers that I have. And it's like,
My grandfather, he was getting ready for a 4th of July party.
Yeah.
And he opened up the fridge and he was like, oh, there's lemonade in there. And he drank like 12 of them.
Sure.
Because he was parched, you know. He only had the push kind of lawn mower.
Yeah.
Not electric, not gas, just like push. And so he had like 12 lemonades to quench his thirst, and they were all Mike's Hard. And so he was zooted for that party. He was zooted.
Wait, that's so funny. I mean, they really taste really good. Like, I actually don't think you would know.
I kind of want to try one again for the first time.
It's definitely been a minute.
Okay. What's the most disgraceful lie you told your parents as a kid? Oh, I told my dad that he was watching us for the weekend because my mom was working, and I came in through the front door, and he was like, "Hey," and I had been gone for the whole weekend, and he goes, "Hey, where were you?" I was like, "Oh, I just finished the Dance Dance Revolution contest." He goes, "Really?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, did you win?" I go, "Yeah, I did."
This is true.
That is true.
I think that's very true.
That's
I'm like, that is so specific. That's incredible. Where do you even do those? Is that a rec center?
I made it up.
Oh.
I was just at a friend's house for the whole
he didn't
weekend.
Care.
He didn't notice.
This is not okay.
He didn't notice I was gone
man.
Yeah, so it was funny. I thought it was
for
hilarious.
You.
Yeah.
You really got away with it. The more specific you are, they're like, okay. Also, they're kind of sad for you that if you're doing a dance tutorial, he's like, okay, she needs this.
At least
I'm gonna let her have
you
it.
won though, right, pal?
You won. No, lost. He's like, God, what are we gonna do?
He gave me 2 thumbs up.
He's like, I'm sad. I'm scared. I'm scared and sad.
To close off this episode, this is called Gracefully Explain.
Okay.
In this segment, I'm going to have you pull out photos of your past characters you have portrayed. And if you can, you could explain the character and inspiration behind them.
Okay.
Please. First up.
Okay. All right.
I really feel like Fallon doing this.
Yeah. So this was just a wig, actually, that I had found in they have like bins there at Groundlings. And my friend Nathan, it was his sketch about, I think it was Nathan's sketch about being at a Home Depot or something, and he's like trying to become a man, and so he's trying to build a man cave, and so he's going to Home Depot, and it was like a musical sketch of everyone coming in like showing him things of how to like be a man or something. They like went 1 week, but I
like the concept.
He was like, everyone just throw on a wig. Normally you're not in a wig in other people's sketch. If it's your sketch, you're wearing a wig, but he was like, everyone throw on man wigs and mustaches, and then I was running late for the sketch. I was like doing something else, and I was with some of my girlfriends, Kara and Lindsay, there, and we had to wear these aprons, and then I was like, does anybody have a mustache I can use? And so I grabbed a random wig and then that mustache, and I was just laughing at that, because we just had to be in the background being like, I think it was like, do you want to build a man cave? I think it was like in the something like that.
I like that.
So that was that.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Okay.
Up next, fairly recognizable.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Wow. You do your own makeup here?
I do.
Wow,
I sure do.
You've got a talent.
Thank you.
Is this De Niro or?
It's close, right? This was a sketch called Holiday Cheer, where my friend Lindsay, she's playing. Because I don't know if you guys have seen this video of a girl who is singing at a nursing home, and she's literally being like, it's and then that one woman just wheels her way out. There's just an old lady. She's actively singing, being like, L is for the way. And this old lady just starts literally leaving the room. And I thought that was so funny. So we did the sketch where Lindsay is like a girl singing, like she has to do like, she's there volunteering and singing for this nursing home. And she's like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, doing this. And I just start, I'm sitting there and I'm not making any noise. And I just start, and I just am screaming bloody murder. And then I'm banging on the walls to try to get out of the room. And she has to keep being like, Rudolph the Red. And that one went like 3 weeks. That was a really fun, that was a very fun sketch. Yeah. Oh. This sketch is currently in the show this weekend at Groundlings, actually.
Oh, no way.
It has made it to our closing, and I'll just say people thought that they got a cameo from the Spice Girls, but they spelled it wrong, and so they accidentally got a cameo from the Spice Girls, and we then show up to the party as the Spice Girls, who no one knows who they are. And we're doing all this like song and dance, and they have like no idea who the Spice Girls are.
Oh, that's really good.
So
that's a great wig right there.
Oh, it's so scary.
I mean, I can't recognize any of it like that. This is
and this
really
is Jump.
Work.
This is what I was talking about in Jump.
No, this is
this woman looks.
This
very,
is what I pictured to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
so we're doing
that's the mini trampoline. Yeah,
the mini trampoline.
Yeah. There's that.
That's good.
Oh. This is 4th of July guy, which ended up joining us on the Almost Friday tour. And it's the guy who wants to stay at the Airbnb with you for the 4th of July because he doesn't ever get to watch the fireworks on his own deck. So he's like, if you guys want, I'll hang out and I'll just be on the deck and we can all watch that fireworks on my deck. And if you guys want to do hard drugs and stuff on my deck, I don't give a fuck. Just let me hang out on the deck. And that was
Wait, you guys posted this, right?
Yes, this guy,
I love this.
So then it is based on a real guy that we were trying to stay at his Airbnb, and we ended up having to change Airbnbs because he kept being like, you won't even know I'm there, but I would love to watch the fireworks with you guys.
Like,
we were
for real.
For real. I still have the screenshots, and we were like, and I was like, this is when I was like 22, and I just want, it was a good deal for the house. I have a text of me sending it to the group and going at like, does anybody mind if this guy hangs out?
He seems harmless.
I look back now and I'm like, Elise, like what? But yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, I love that sketch. I've seen that.
Oh my God. I don't even know. This is Will and Liam were watching a show one night on Netflix, and then on Netflix it popped up that they're the most watched show. I don't even know if it was on Netflix. Something else is called When Calls the Heart, and it has Lori Loughlin in it, and it's like this massively watched show on I don't know if it's like Paramount or something. And it's like Will would have to tell you more about it, but it's like they all have different acts. It's set in modern time, but they're dressed like this. What? And it's like really weird. And it's like insane. It's one of the most watched shows. It was more watched than Succession. It's like it has this cult following. And so then we did kind of in one of our sketches, it was like a spin-off of like, you see these shows on Netflix that you're like, it's the top 10, but you don't know what they are, and they're all kind of interconnected. So we were playing this kind of those people.
No shit.
Yeah.
All right. And last one.
Oh.
Yes.
This is from a sketch that I did with one of my friends, Elizabeth Archer. She's an amazing director, and she directed this sketch of two girls who were saying like, we have to hang out, we have to get lunch. We know we have to, and they do it until they start until their noses start bleeding. We run into each other. We keep being, no, we have to, and then until we eventually our nose starts bleeding, we fall over and die, and then someone like steps over. And it was like that
is
very
so
fun.
good, dude.
Yeah, those are those sketches.
Oh God!
Oh my
man.
God! I've just been talk.
Well, isn't that the funny thing? It's a goddamn podcast. I'm glad you are talking, dude. It'd be pretty fucking brutal if you didn't.
I don't know how you guys do this.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Oh,
crazy,
man.
wacky stuff. And luckily for you, you're done. You're all done. You made it to the end of the pod.
Oh man,
I'm
guys.
so proud of you,
guys. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. This is amazing.
Thank you kindly.
This is so cool, guys.
I use this opportunity. You know how podcasting goes. You gotta use it while you got it, and you can look right here, right there, and tell them exactly what you want to share.
I just like share a dark secret.
Like Ashley, I've been meaning to get some things off my chest.
If you guys mind. My username on everything is it's Eilise Patton, Eilise Patton, and then Almost Friday TV on everything. We release a sketch every week, so check that out. And come to the Groundlings for a show on Sunday night.